Hi everyone. Next is the continuation, that is the role of civil engineers in infrastructural development. So in the previous session we have discussed about what exactly the infrastructure and what all belongs to the infrastructural development. So now it is the role of civil engineers and what exactly can do with respect to the infrastructural development. And the civil engineers will play a major role with respect to the infrastructural development of a country. That is in terms of all the structures which are constructed in the past exhibit the path of civilization, but now what the infrastructure is developing expressed through the practices followed by the civil engineers, which has been taken care to grow in terms of what are having the roads, railways, harbors, airports, that has to be modernized. So in the country like India, the major infrastructural problem is the factors, the most significant in accelerating the past economic development, like energy, transport, irrigational activities, are in terms of finance, communications. So that has been play a major role with respect to the civil engineering, as well as the construction of dams and proper utilization of water resources, construction of housing, commercial and industrial complexes, then the maintenance of these facilities which is available. And when it is coming to the infrastructural facilities in terms of rebuilding, rehabilitation or retrofitting and repair, but the good surface, the communication like such as tar or the concrete road, which is which has been given the life and the duration while constructing it, and the provision of water supply or the distribution throughout the system in terms of construction of water storage systems, as well as water preservation in terms of water storage reservation, in terms of a sump in the underground, as well as provision of drainage system, which may include construction of surface drains or the subsurface drains for the disposal of the water which has been used. We'll say that will be a sewage or the wastewater. Then what we are having, providing of inland communication like the telephone lines, that all will be done through the civil engineers. The main thing is they have to dig it and they have to do the laying, or what I can say the laying. So that all will come to the infrastructural facilities in terms of telecommunication department, which is doing the infrastructural development. And this civil engineering constructions vary from very simple routine works to be very complicated huge structures, as well as everything depends upon the prevailing site conditions, which may or may not be favorable for the construction. That will change, of course. What are all the facilities which is available, that may be to the complication in terms of environmental conditions, what we call the climate conditions, or the location on the site and the soil condition exactly, and it may create some kind of problems while doing the constructions. In addition to that, which may suddenly creep in the soil, the civil engineer has to recover all through that calmly and take judicious and practicable, practically decisions that has to consider the alternates, and they have to do the pros and cons. The role of civil engineers is lies in planning the work, meticulously and carrying out the design works systematically to achieve the most optimal goal. And yeah, we can see that the next is the road development. Golden quadrilateral 6,000 kilometer, that is from New Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai. There will be a 4 lanes, what I said, while doing the road development, that is on transportation ways, that too in India. The north south and east west corridor, that is 7,300, that is from Srinagar to Kanyakumari, and the other one is Silchar to Porumbar, and port connectivity and other projects. Then Pradhan Mantri Bharat Joda Pariyojana, that is on 10,000 kilometers. Then Pradhan Mantri Gramina Sadak Yojana, that is connectivity between 16 lakh, sorry, 1,60,000 rural habitation. Then India's road infrastructure, which is given according to National Highway Authority development, that is national highways length is 65,569, percentage of total is 2. State highways is 1,31,899, and major district roads are 4,67,763, and village and other roads are 226,50,000. So these are all will be kilometers. Totally it is about 3,31,000, sorry, 3,33,15,231 kilometers. And the road projects under execution, we can see the year which has been given for 2 decades, that is from 20 years, 2001 to 2011 and 2011 to 2021, as on to today's date, that is on today's year, what we are having 2021 from 2001, how it has been estimated and how much it has been given from World Bank. So this is the information from World Bank for state highways, national highways and the state highways and the expressways, how much, the period which has been given for the first 10 years, that is for the first decade, it is about length is 3,000 kilometers and the amount is 3 lakh million rupees. And again here it has been changed, totally it is about 10,000 kilometers, 3,000 for the first decade, next 10 years it is about 7,000 kilometers, that is for 7 lakh million. So again it has been classified 4 laning or 6 laning lanes in national highways and state highways, again 4 laning and 6 laning. Nowadays we can see that how it has been changing with respect to 4 lanes, 6 lanes or 2 lanes and 6 lanes, in terms of that is on based on state highway, national highway or expressways, the lanes will be changed and classified, and that with respect to the distance also, and the amount which has been released from the World Bank. So that this is for total budget which has been given for state highway and national highway. And here we can see the port development, how it has been did that, and model for privatization, how it has been changing. Here we can see that this is the data from the year 2005 which has been attached, that is service contract, management contract, concession, build up, own, operate, that is BOT technique. Then divestiture, that is asset ownership, all belongs to public, but when it's coming to the build up and operate, that is become public as well as private. And divestiture is private, and the operation and maintenance, it's all about private because it is which is under public, that has been given for contract. Then capital investment, it is through the public, but fee of will be through the private. Then the duration will be given 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5 years, 10 to 30 years. Then indefinite, it is with respect to private. Then towage, dredging equipment and the craft, canteen operations, terminals, channels, entire greenfield port, terminals, channels, then entire ports complex. So these are all the informations which has been given with respect to model for privatization. So nowadays we heard about the privatization that will help you for developing the country, how it has been changing. The airports ready to take off, observation air traffic, upgradation of metro city airports, development of new airports, and these are all the datas with respect to that. And we can see the figures that has been showing that how it has been developed. And civil engineering is much more than erecting that skyscrapers or bridges. The civil engineers must have through understanding of interaction among the various units of construction, among the various structural elements between the structure and the complex environment. Since construction is a large building or a public work project can involve elaborating planning, civil engineers can be outstanding project managers in terms of infrastructural development. They sometimes manage thousands of workers. They also develop advanced computerization and planning policies. In addition to that, civil engineers are also involved with preserving, protecting, or restoring the environment. In total, the civil engineers has to perform the role of planner, builder, an architect, a management expert, and also an arbiter in terms of infrastructural development. And we can see that how it has been growing with respect to the individual the figures which has been attached in the PowerPoint presentation. And here we can see that how the infrastructural development has been showing in a mixture of technological growth and raw rural strength blend of Western and traditional culture. We can see a lady, the rural lady, with the old culture, but she's having the burger and the coke. The one hand which is holding on the head is a burger, and the left hand which is having the coke. That represents the mixture of technological growth and the raw rural strength of blend of Western and traditional culture. Yeah, these are all about the infrastructural development as a civil engineer. So now I have attached the assignment questions for the first chapter. So this completes the first chapter of introduction to civil engineering in the first module. So in the first module, there will be of two chapters. The first one is introduction to civil engineering in terms of classification of branches as well as infrastructure and infrastructural development. So that what we have discussed from the last 6 videos. So these are all the assignment questions which is belongs to the first chapters. Then in the next session I'll start with the second chapter of the first module, that is about engineering mechanics, introduction to engineering mechanics. So in that we can just discuss about the classification of forces. So if you are having any doubts when we call for the meeting, you can ask me the doubts. So all of you can just go through with the PowerPoint presentation, and as well as you can write the assignment questions. So I'll give you the deadline when you have to submit. So once I have given for the second chapter also, you have to combine both the assignment questions, then you have to submit. So these are all about the video presentation of the first chapter of the first module. All of you just go through with the notes of which I have already sent, and as well as with the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you.